Let's start getting crunk. What's going on, everyone? What is going on? What's going on, YNG? What's going on, Colton? What's going on, In and Out, boys? We are excited here. It was what's going on, H-Town Swarm. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. The excitement is at an all-time high. It was day one of training camp for the Houston Texans. I know you guys are feeling good. And we're going to do exactly what we did the last couple of times, was go through highlights from credential media members and see what they had to say and see what clips that they put on. So, of course, we're going Cody Stoots. We're going Aaron Wilson. They all do a fantastic job covering this team. As I just get Instagram ready, guys, just give me 1 second. But training camp is here. Drop the swarms in the chat, boys. Drop the swarms in the chat. Okay, what's going on? I think we are good to go. What is going on? The Don, shout out to him, blowing up on TikTok. But as we all said, it was day one of training camp for the Houston Texans. And boys, this one felt different. This go around, it seems a little bit different. Yes, we're H-Town ready. What's going on, man? Okay. One moment. Aaron Wilson, who does a fantastic job covering this team, as you know, puts out a lot of Houston Texans content on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. He's absolutely everywhere. He put us some clips today, and I'm going to show you guys right here. Okay, let's just get to the real beginning. We see all the boys out there. It just feels good to see these Houston Texans out there. We see CJ Stroud. We see Titus Howard. Everyone was there today. Stefan Diggs was in attendance. Though he was not participating on the field, was on the sideline getting some work in. You got to think down Stefan Diggs on this. Guys, what are y'all's excitement for this wide receiver? Because the excitement, I mean, like I said, it is at a all-time high for this entire organization. What is going on? Texans were the first team to have everyone present at training camp. That's what our boy Tanner from Instagram says. We have UCF Jaguar in the building. I see him there. I see him lurking. Shout out to you, bro, and hopefully you guys have a healthy season, man. Looking forward to our matchups for the AFC South pretty soon. We're gonna go get into some press conferences that did happen today. We heard from DeMeco. We heard from CJ Stroud, Nico Collins. So let's get into that today. I'm pulling that up for you guys. Just give me one moment. Okay. And I believe, guys, we have DeMeco Ryans talking currently.
Oh, how's everybody doing? Nah, excited to be back. I'd like to start first off. I just extended my sincere condolences to the Jones family, Miss Emily, Jacoby Jr. on the passing of Jacoby. Jacoby was a teammate of mine here for 5 years, and when you talk about a guy who was, fun-spirited, right, loving, caring, right, a great teammate, the dance machine, he was a fun guy to be around. He lit up any room that he walked into just with his great spirit, and he'll be truly missed. I was very saddened to hear the news.
Rest in peace, man. Of
him passing. Just truly feel sorry for the family and for all of his teammates, all the lives that he's touched. Kobe, I remember he always did a great job of working camps and working with kids, and he always did an excellent job of doing that, and he'll be missed. My last time seeing him was actually our playoff game. We were with the Ravens, and he was honored as a Ravens legend, so that was a proud moment for me to see him there honored, right? Another organization, Houston, right, and to see him doing that with his son, right, is a very special moment, and just my prayers are with him and praying for God's strength and comfort for their family.
Yeah, man, rest in peace to the Jones family, to Jacoby Jones, and prayers for the family, guys.
Does it feel any different knowing what you all achieved last year? And what is the message that you all have achieved certain expectations that year one going into this year?
As we open up our 2024 camp and for this season, everything starts new for us. It's about building a solid foundation, right? If you want to do anything great, it starts with the foundation. You want to build anything great and grand, it starts with the foundation, and that's what camp is about. So I'm truly excited about being able to get started today. It's day one. As I told our guys, we have a lot of room for improvement, and my expectations and what I expect to see from everyone, all of our guys, just let's get a little bit better each day. Right? If we get a little bit better each day, right, we'll be exactly where we want to be. And that starts with guys, their mindset of just showing up on purpose, showing up with the right attitude, right, being a great teammate, guys being resilient no matter what we face, whether it's weather, right, it's injuries, it's the tough days of camp, whatever we face, you got to be able to overcome it, sustain, and push through. And I just want all of our guys to just show up with a competitive spirit, right? And that's what, if everybody shows up that way, like, we'll be just fine.
From a leadership standpoint, what have you seen from CJ this offseason?
Thank you, Mahal.
As he heads into year two?
Going on, Houston.
I think CJ's done a really good job this offseason of as a leader when it comes to working with other guys, right? Knowing that he's not just working by himself, but finding the avenues to get a group together and work together. That's very important, especially when it comes to timing in the passing game for receivers and quarterbacks. They have to be in sync, and it shows that they see how important that was because guys are working together this summer.
Coach, do you feel like that you did a great job of instilling the mindset and the mentality in some of your younger players to give back as far as with these rookies? Like a lot of them got a chance to work in the offseason with these rookies coming in, and not only that, but just giving back to the community as well?
It's really important for us. The community is really important, and that's why we bring the guys in we bring in. The first thing I look for is guys who are good people, right? Good character guys. We can win with good guys, and we're going to win. We're going to do it the right way with the right people, and it starts with the character of the men that we bring in. So that's first thing first. That's non-negotiable, right? And guys have to be great teammates. They have to be great in the community and care about others, and that goes a long way for all of us. It's not about ourselves, right? As we go through life, and it's about what can we do to lend a helping hand to someone else. How can we bless others? That's what life is all about.
You know, if I could pause that right there, you know, one of the moments where I fell in love with DeMeco Ryans, he was talking about Fred Warner from the 49ers, and not only how proud he was of what he has become as a player, but mentioned him getting married, right? Like right then and there, right? It's his introduction to the Houston Texans, talk about another player, bringing up that he is married, goes to show you that DeMeco actually cares about the player, not just the name on the back of the jersey. We are bringing in high character men, and I think we are seeing that, guys. It's no surprise why these young guys, these young men that we have are having this amount of success, showing that they could be potentially leaders. Remember, all of last year's draft class, every single one of those guys were captains on their team. Our guy from Instagram asked, why didn't they record 7-on-7? They are very limited when you can record during training camp. However, as the days go on, as we get closer to open training camp practice that is available to the public, we'll start seeing more and more. And I will be at every single one, guys. So make sure y'all tapped in.
It was good to see Titus back out today. You know, he missed some time there with the surgery, so it's good to see him back healthy and having the opportunity to compete.
I'll have to check him out, friend.
When it comes to Laramie, we have guys who will be on different schedules throughout camp, so there'll be guys you won't see out, but everybody's on track for the season opener, and that's what
all we care about, right? Ready for week
Getting
one.
the guys ready to go when we kick off our season opener.
Are there things here in the second year with this team? I know there's new players. Are there things you can accomplish in this training camp that you weren't able to accomplish last year because you had to do so much kind of installing and teaching of the culture? Are there things you can accomplish this year that weren't available to you last year?
This year it starts over truly for me. It's all about you reteach, right? You start with the basics, the fundamentals of teaching, the principles, our style of play, right? How we play, how we practice. For me, you never lose sight of just because guys were here last year, they understand it. So we have a ton of new guys on our team. Each team is different. So for me, we're still instilling those principles of how the Houston Texans play football and how can we rep our style. So it'll be a lot of teaching, and we'll continue to teach until it shows up on game day.
You talked a lot about hype, rap boys and all that. Can you remember a point
I like that hat, man.
You were able to actually put that to practice? You talk about not believing the hype, not eating the rap boys and all that. Do you remember a point in your career where you were able to actually do that?
When we talk about expectations for the season and what that means, it all starts internally for each and every guy on the field. Like, what do you expect for yourself? And that's what I asked our guys yesterday. It's not about what people say on the outside. That doesn't change who you are. It's about who you think you are. What do you think you can achieve and accomplish as a player? Right, that's the only thing that matters to me. And the expectations are always driven internally. So if our guys think high of themselves, we'll go high. And that's how I want guys thinking.
What's the key for players in their second year?
Key for players in their second year. CJ, thanks.
Yeah, Kim, the biggest key in the second year is really it's your first off-season, first true off-season. So it all starts with how you attack that off-season the right way. Because guys can make some huge strides in their off-season preparation as second-year players. They don't have to worry about combine prep. They don't have, they can truly dedicate themselves to football. So I think you'll see guys start, pick up where they left off, hopefully. But it's just a matter of those guys. I think for the second-year guys, they have so much more confidence because they know what to expect.
Let me know when
they
you're
know
in
how
town, baby.
Practices are going to be. They know
when
the
you're in
meeting.
town.
They know the schedule. So they don't have to – there's not any uncertainty for those guys. So they can truly dial in and lock in and focus on football, and they can become better players. And you see a tremendous growth in that year two, and that's what we're looking for all of our year two guys. CJ, Will, Henry, all of our – Tank, all of these guys we brought in, I'm excited to see them – perform again.
CJ obviously had a great rookie year. Where are some things that you guys think that he could improve, take it to the next step?
And when it comes with CJ, he's done a great job his rookie year. He's gotten a lot of accolades for his rookie season. But the same for him. Where can we see him grow in this second year? It's his leadership, right? First and foremost, continue to become the leader that we want him to be. And it's just in his play. It doesn't change for CJ or for anyone else. Can we get a little bit better each day? There's no big grand thing for him. Just continue to get a little bit better. Right, you see how much better he got from his first day of camp last year until our last game. How much better you saw the growth of him, and that's the same thing when we come into this season.
What does that maybe look like when it comes to him being a better leader?
Yeah, for him now.
Now it's a little different for CJ Stroud because you are no longer taking people by surprise. Everyone's seen what you've done in free agency. They've seen what you did in the draft. Like what you're about to hear from these players, they understand there is a target on their back. And yesterday we were seeing an article from Cody Stutes, and he labeled the top 11 Houston Texans going into this year. And of course, CJ Stroud was number one. There's expectations now, CJ. Now, it's expectations that I know that this young man could rise to the occasion, but based off of what he did in year one, which, to be honest with you, he had little help. The O-line injuries, the injuries in the wide receiver group, the running game not being found into the last half of the season. Okay, CJ, we saw what you could do when you put the team on your back. Now we gave you weapons. Let's see you put together. That's why you have so many Colts fans, Jaguars fans, Titans fans, hoping that this dude has a sophomore slump. As much as we in Houston want CJ to take over the league to become an MVP caliber quarterback, our AFC South rivals are preying on our downfall. It's really going to be Houston versus everyone, guys, right? It's like they are upset. We are excited that we have a good team. And it's the first time in 4 years we felt like this.
Now it's your second year, and now it's, they say there's a comfort level, so you can be a little bit more vocal, right, to the entire team, not just speaking to the offense, but the team has his ear, and he can lean on that a little bit more. And just CJ doesn't have to change anything. CJ just has to be himself, right? And that's what's made CJ a special player, is just him being
Looks like
himself.
Diggs is doing good, man. Shout out to
family,
you. Shout out to
raised the
Bills
right
Mafia.
way,
Hope you
does
guys have a healthy
all
season.
things the right way. He just continues to be himself.
The one
and
thing
guys will
Diggs
follow him
complains
because
about
of
is
how he
traffic.
works, right? How he shows up with a great attitude. That's why guys will follow him.
What is the message you have to tell some of the rookies now, knowing that they've been through rookie minicamp, they've been through OTAs.
Yeah.
Now this is the real thing. Now you're in training camp.
And for our rookies, I tell
Clay.
them, we're not waiting on you. It's time to go. Like, we drafted everyone for a reason. Like, you're here for a reason, so show up and let's see why you are here. It's no wait and see 2 years down the line. It's like, what are you doing for us right now? We want our rookies to know and understand the urgency of them to contribute right now. It's not a later thing. It's a right now thing, and they understand that message.
I absolutely love this right here. DeMeco Ryans is showing a sense of urgency, and I didn't think we were going to see that from the coaching staff. Obviously, from the players, they're going to say our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. But to hear DeMeco Ryans tell the year one guys, we're not waiting 2 years for you to play. We want to see it now. And if he's telling that to the young guys, that implies he's telling that to his year 2, 3, and these veterans as well. I love the sense of urgency, right? Everyone talks about windows. And to me, the Houston Texans have 1 to 2 years. While you have Stefan Diggs, while you have Danielle Hunter, while you have Joe Mixon in his prime, while you have Titus Howard and Laramie Tunsil under contract for the next 2 years, we're going to have to make a lot of decisions pretty soon, guys. It's now or never. And that's why you saw them get Stefan. You saw them get Mixon, DeMeco Autry, and Danielle Hunter as well. So I love hearing this from DeMeco Ryans. And I think that we're not going to wait on you should be the theme for training camp. If you are behind the ball, next man up.
Did you have to expend a coaching mulligan with the man upstairs? Y'all were able to come out, in the bubble potential with the weather, and y'all were able to get outside and go ahead and get to practice. Did you have to expend one?
It's great weather today. I thought we were going to get a lot of rain, but anytime we get weather like this in Houston, we definitely appreciate it. So nice. I told the guys, nice, cool day, but don't get used to it.
Houston sports teams have often uplifted the region when there's been tragedies about, including weather. How has this affected anybody in the team as far as the storms recently? Do you have any insights that you'd like to provide
special, Maldonado.
after going through, let's say, Ike, which was a challenge closer into the season?
And my thoughts are with everyone who had issues with the storm. A lot of people were affected. A lot of our people in our organization were affected without power, damage to their homes. So just because we're here doing this, like, we're all the same. We all experience the storms here in Houston. We know how the hurricanes can pop up and turn on us at any time. So I think that storm right there. So we just all have to make sure we're prepared as best we can be. But our thoughts are definitely with all those who are suffering from the loss of power. And we just hope that any way that we can help out, our organization did a great job of trying to provide housing for those who were displaced.
And you have part of the roof missing. Do you want to give an update on what is on?
The roof, we won't be in there for a while, so hopefully we can still operate in there. But I think that's a minor thing as opposed to what is going on with others around the city. Our roof is a minor issue that we won't make a big deal at all.
We'll take this one and close with Kim. Okay.
I saw Stefan working with Tank, kind of having an animated conversation. What kind of value do you think Diggs brings outside of his physical production on the field?
What Diggs brings to our team outside of the physical production on the field, he brings a guy who's a leader. Right in there, right? He's done it a long time. He has experience, so he has a lot of insight to how to play the game, right? Coaches, we coach it up, but players go play the game. So for Tank and Diggs to work together, Mechie, all the guys, like, they can learn a lot from a guy who's done it at a high level for a very long time. They can learn some more tricks of the trade that maybe coaches don't know that he can share with them. So excited to see his leadership with the guys, helping them out. That's what we want from all our veterans, right? We want our veterans teaching our younger guys, and it's really cool to see those guys working together.
Last one.
You have the captain, you have the head coach giving some praise to Stefan Diggs. Hey, man, it sounds like the Houston Texans are really happy that Stefan Diggs is here. And I think vice versa. There is a clip. Let me see if I can find it from the Houston Texans. And it was Stefan Diggs and John Mechie. They were working out together after practice. Let me see if I can get it. And obviously, this is a dude who's a multiple-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro. He doesn't have to do that, right? Stefan Diggs is supposed to be a diva, remember? That's what we were told from Buffalo Bills fans. That's what we were told by Minnesota Vikings fans. This dude is a locker room cancer. But it's day one of training camp, guys, and he's putting in some work with John Mechie. I love that. Stefan Diggs, you are doing great. I remember a lot of people were upset he was not there for voluntary OTAs. Then he was there a day later. It is day one in training camp. He was in attendance. Everything right now is going great with the Houston Texans and Stefan Diggs. Now we're going to be moving to hearing from our quarterback, CJ Stroud, as he did talk to the media today.
Just happened, so it's kind of like just an idea. What's it like for you now on the field and looking around you? You have Tank, Nico, all the weapons around you. You had that at your disposal.
Yeah, it's fun. A lot of hungry guys and guys who have played some great ball in their careers and just ready to win and ready to eat. So it's very exciting. We're just trying to build that chemistry and timing right now, and it's going pretty good so far.
How important was it for you to get your receivers together like you have this year? Throughout the offseason.
It's really important. That's where not only you build just the timing and the chemistry on the field, but also just, just spending time off the field, getting a feel for one another, personality-wise, and really just, just having fun with one another. Football is meant to be fun, so that's what we do on those trips, and, and just really, football.
Yo, check this out. I know we're live right now, but Stefan Diggs' mom, she just commented on my Instagram post, right? So I believe this is her, right? There's a picture of Stefan Diggs right there. and I did a reel yesterday talking about literally what we were just talking about, Stefan Diggs working out with John Mechie, and this is what she had to say. Exactly. What culture, question mark, because I have said if one guy could ruin your culture, did you have one to begin with? She said, my son has repeatedly took players under his wing to make him and his teammates better. They never tell what part they played. It's always two sides to every story. I'm ready for some football. Mama Diggs, I'm ready for some football too. And we here in Houston, we're all excited that we got Stefan Diggs. I remember exactly where I was when that moment happened, right? I had something rolled up on my lap and I jump up. It goes everywhere. I had to call the plug again. Maldonado, are you attending any training camps or games this year? I will be at every single training camp practice that is available to the public. And I will be at every tailgate because I don't like going to games. I like coming back to stream it so we could all watch it together here as fans. I go to every home tailgate. We get blasted. We go to Nuff Said. We go to Horns Up. So now that we are back, man, football is here. Houston Texans football is here, man. And shout out to Mama Diggs once again, man. It really means a lot for her to comment on my channel.
Is the reason why we're here, so we get the work done, but also enjoy it.
What do you learn about Stefan in your offseason interaction with him?
Really just how hard he works, man. You know, he's somebody who, loves the game and doesn't cheat it, and that's why he's been successful. And, I think he'll continue that success. I'm blessed enough to hopefully be a part of that. And, that's some things that just stuck out for me, just how personable he is, how relatable he is. He's really friendly and very vocal, so it's really nice to have him around.
You had a great year.
Am I going to be invited, Maldonado, or what?
Things that you think that you can improve to take it to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of things. Most of the things, I really can say just like owning the offense more, operation, putting more on my plate with just like run checks, protection checks, things like that. And then really just like everything inside the field, X's and O's can always be better. You can always have better footwork. I want to definitely attack down the field more this year, and press guys back, and but also take what the defense gives me, and if it's a boring play, just stay with the boring stuff, and just be efficient with that.
It's a boring play.
Yeah, those are all things I can get better at, and I hope to do that.
Last year, and of course that changed this year when you had players like Stefan and Joe. Does it feel different coming into this training camp? What is the message?
Yeah, I think for me right now, just the message is keep the main thing the main thing. We want to, of course, we have not only a lot of expectations, we have a lot of big goals on this team, and I mean that's how it should be. The person who always doubts himself probably will never make it to that point. So you got to have confidence and have a goal and a plan and execute that plan. So that's what we're doing, and really, but you have to be where your feet are. We're in training camp right now. We got to just execute that and make sure that we're taking every day to get better.
What do you like about this team in terms of the locker room chemistry, the camaraderie? What do you like about the team?
I think you said it right there, just the camaraderie, the brotherhood. Last year, I was blessed enough to have no egos, and everybody just wanted to see everyone do well, but also do well themselves, of course. And when that's in the locker room, it's nothing but success waiting to happen. So that's kind of the vibe right now in the locker room.
What are the goals that you have for this season, and are they different from what you had last year?
No, I mean winning. That's the goal. You win, you move on. So that's the goal from the start to finish.
Last year, you all had a mantra of iron sharpens iron. I seen you talking to Derek after practice today. How important is that to be able to talk with those defensive players to see what they seen, from a defensive standpoint going up against you? Yeah,
I mean, you said it. Iron sharpens iron. Those are my teammates, and some people, the people who I want to see do well is on my team. So if Steen gets me on a play, I ask him what he's seen, and if I get him on a play, he always comes up to me and asks me what I did to make that play work. So it's just iron sharpens iron, good on good. Trying to just help one another.
How different is this year for you, just not having to deal with everything as a rookie and having to be a little bit more focused, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little more confident just knowing like how training camp works, the reps I'll take, going with the ones, Last year I really didn't know that until the very beginning of the regular season. So, right now, it's just trying to just, not only build a camaraderie, but also just be a leader with the first team. And so the second and third and everybody who's watching can know, like, this is the standard. So it's up to me to set that standard, and I have to do that every day. So it's very exciting.
You said you wanted some time off. First time you're going to have some in a long time heading into the offseason. Were you able to relax? Was it busy? How would you summarize your first NFL offseason?
Yeah, a little bit of both, I had some time to sit down and sit with fam and really just enjoy some days. And my mom's house is on her couch chilling, which I haven't got to do since high school. And also, I got to have my teammates come to LA, went to Miami, threw with some guys here in Houston, and really had some great throwing sessions with those guys. So, it's been a multitude of both. I think it was a successful one. And it was my first one, so I can learn from this, and now next year have more of an idea on how that goes in the offseason.
The Texans added your Ohio State brother and Jeff Okudah. What's your relationship with him?
Before we continue, CJ Stroud just looks dialed and locked in right now, and the amount of pressure that is on him is insane. Love the fact that he wants to push the ball more downfield. We have the tools to do that. Nico Collins, Tank Dell. And then when the defense is trying to stop that, you have Stefan Diggs eating up the middle. Then you have Joe Mixon and Dalton Schultz doing the dirty work. I am excited for this Houston Texan offense. I've said this many times before. We have yet to see the full potential of this unit.
Him and what type of talent is he, and how can he help the team?
Yeah, so me and Jeff missed each other just 1 year, but I was always a fan of his in college when I was going to Ohio State, and he has a lot of upside, and he'll show what we see every day. I think he'll show that this year, and I think he just needed a fresh start. So I'm excited for him to get that.
CJ, a guy that you can play with was the big summer. We haven't seen it on the field yet, but from the background side of it, what can you tell us about him?
Yeah, me and Cade are, we're brothers, man. Somebody who, I had the chance to play with in college, but, spent a lot of time with him off the field in college, barbecuing, like just chilling, playing the game, all type of stuff. So, that's somebody who I consider my brother. Me and his families are really close. And, he's been doing really well out here, blocking, catching, running good routes. He's owning the offense, which is really exciting to see.
Coming out of Ohio State, you were always C.J. Stroud, of course, but, after going through your rookie year and all the accolades and everything that you did, how different has it been for you now? What C.J. Stroud are we getting now, and how is it for you when you're out on the streets now when people are approaching you?
Yeah, I would say the C.J. getting is the C.J. that's always been here, like, I don't plan on changing no time soon. I kind of was the same way last year, of course, like, had some success, but, like, I always remember, like, how quick they love you is how quick they hate you. So, I'm head down working, tunnel vision on just my goals and these team goals that we have. And, what happened last year happened, like, but we'll never able to get that back. And, like, that's success and failure. So you learn from it, you move on, you forget about it, and now it's time to work from now on. So, walking around the street, like, I get a little more recognition and, like, people noticing me, but, I just try to show love, let people know that I am a normal person that just, plays football on TV sometimes. So I think I'm pretty normal. I don't know, but, I'm blessed to be in this man for sure.
I feel like
3 more guys. Did you watch any Buffalo film this offseason? Does Stefan open your playbook at all, anything like that?
Yeah, I watch a little bit of everybody around the league. I watch Buffalo, I watch the Rams, I watch Minnesota, I watch Kansas City. Lions are a great team to watch offensively. So I learn from everybody. But yeah, Steph is somebody who definitely can open up your playbook, but we have all of those guys around. He'll say that too, So it's five-headed monster, So it's definitely super dope to have, just a bunch of options.
Five-headed monster.
So, as a result, expectations are a little bit higher. So how are you guys as a team been handling just kind of like the outside noise of people expecting you guys to do really good things this year?
Just work, that's all it's about. It's just working. And, either you do it or you don't. We're the ones on the field that got to go figure it out. And, I think we'll do that. We've been playing ball since we've been kids. And, you know, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be harder. You know, we have a target on our back this year, and you know that's how you should want it. You know, and that's what I'm used to playing at Ohio State, and you know, I'm really, you know, honored and blessed to have the teammates that I do to want that challenge, and for guys that want to come and play here, because you know this Texan team isn't for everybody. It's hard here, and you know we're blessed enough to play a game that we've been playing since we've been kids. So you know, I definitely do think that all the expectations, if we just work, I mean, everything will take care of itself. The story's already written. So,
CJ, you mentioned earlier about the ownership of the offense. What do you consider yourself as far as the mastery level? And I know it changes week to week, the team that you got to deal with. But from your standpoint, your evolution, where do you think you're?
Is that Michael Irving?
You know, I'm still young in the game. You know, I'm still pretty new. You know, like it's only year 2 for me, so I have a lot to learn. I want to get better. I'm willing to get better, and I'm willing to be vulnerable about that. You know, and I ask questions. I ask hard questions. You know, and I want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and you know, and last year I got to see a lot of success from that. Also, some things that I need to get better at. So, you know, it's a balance of not just shooting yourself in the foot, but also holding yourself accountable when you need to, while also raising yourself up and staying confident. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm at now, most definitely.
Last one.
Right now, you know, we got the college football game out, so we trying to get that in the locker room so guys can play and have some fun with that. But yeah, those are just, I mean, just like being boys. Like there's no like
anyone
like,
trying to carry
like
me in
sauce
Warzone, man, let me know.
Guys being guys, you know. Yeah. It's I like it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, they put the squabble in there. I need a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's all good. But nah, I think it's dope to see that. But I wanted to say, man, I'm praying for everybody from the hurricane. You know, help is on the way. Me and my foundation are trying to help right now as I'm speaking. So, you know, we're thinking about everybody who was affected. You know, we want to help. So, you know, we're praying for everybody. I hope everybody's getting their power back. And, you know, we're trying to get people in the streets to get the debris and stuff off people's houses and gates and fences and stuff. So, you know, prayers out. And if we can help out anyway, just reach out to my foundation, please, and we'll try. So, thank you, guys.
Doesn't sound like he's in his second year in the league at all. We're going to fast forward and go to the guy who just got paid. Oh, Nico Collins.
It feels good, you know, but last year is last year. It's over with. I feel like it's a whole new slate, whole new season. Great opportunity for us to go out and repeat what we did. You know, it's a lot of improvements for us, you know, all around. And I feel like this camp continue to stack, continue to build and work on us.
Does this camp feel any different than the first?
Like from last year?
Yeah.
A little bit. You know, I feel like it's new juice, new energy, new players, man. I feel like the tempo is fun. You know, practice is gonna be competitive, fun, man. I feel like that's the best, man. Iron sharpens iron, you know. So I feel like it's the only way we're gonna improve and make each other better. So on Sunday it's gonna be easier.
Do you think any of that comes from the success that you had last year?
Yeah, but I feel like it's really come down to the work you put in. You know, the work you put in the off season. You know, you build your confidence and your confidence on the plays and go out and just be yourself.
Of course, a lot of attention is going to come towards watching Stefan Diggs being out on the field. But how good does it feel to have Tank back?
It feels great, man. Great, man. I feel like just having all receivers back, man. You know, you don't want to have your brother missing. You know, just see him back, having fun. You know, playing the game that he loved, man. It's amazing to see. You know, just his recovery back.
You know, Nico Collins and Brevin Jordan are like I guess the big brothers of the team, because Nico Collins and Brevin Jordan were some of the first draft picks from Nick Caserio.
You know, just be back with us.
He's
man.
the vet on our
I
squad.
feel like our receiver group, quarterbacks, O-line, tight end, just the whole team, the whole squad, man. We solid. And I feel like for us, we got to work on ourselves, man, continue to build and remember the mission.
What have you learned from Stefan this far, and what was your reaction upon?
Man, a lot, man. He's a vet. I've been watching Diggs, man, for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, when I was in middle school, he was Minnesota making plays, so it's just crazy that he's part of the squad, part of the team, man, and a vet in the room, something I can lean on, ask questions, him, Woods, Noah, everybody. I feel like there's always room for improvement, always, you know, picking brains and knowledge, you know, from the vet, you know, that's been in the game for a minute. You know, he know how to go about his business, man, and great, he part of this unit.
Any specific tips tactics or anything he shared thus far?
I feel like it's too many. I feel like it's just playing ball, just different plays, different routes, with the linebacker or the corner outside, just different stuff, just I feel like we all just learning from each other, talking, he asking us, we asking him, we all just lean on each other, man. I feel like that's what you need, as a team, if you want to go to where you want to go.
Do you feel like y'all expect a lot more from each other this year than you out there coming in last year?
I feel like for us, man, it's just going out and do what we've been doing, play the game we've been playing our whole life. It's a lot of expectations for us, but I feel like for us, man, you got to block out the noise. Remember the mission, remember our goal, take one day at a time, man, and just be ourselves. I feel like you can't jump at the end of the season. We ain't even there yet. You got to see by tomorrow, day after that. So I feel like for us, man, just keep stacking, keep building, and the rest fall in place.
Your game, do you feel like there's some specific things that you've gotten even better at since last year when you had your best season?
Yeah, I feel like for me, man,
let's do it, Edgar. Let's do it.
Work on my explosiveness, being flexible, being fluent. I'm a big body, I'm 6'4", so it's tall. I'm a big frame, so I feel like for me, man, just being able to bend, drop my weight, just going up and high point the ball. So I feel like for me, man, is always just working on my craft. You never get comfortable. You can't get complacent, man. I feel like that's where you lose the vision. I just feel like for me, man, just continue to stack brick by brick, man, and reach my goal.
You were pretty open with us last year about how different the season was, how different the feeling was in the building, and the fact that you were fighting for a playoff spot was crazy after the last couple of years. How different, what kind of taste did that give you coming into this year's camp? Just the
Ooh, what does that mean?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same mindset, same energy, same goal, man. Last year it was good, but it wasn't good enough. We didn't reach with that goal we wanted to. We made it first round playoffs, boom, lost, and then that was it. So I feel like this year we can't have that same feeling. We know what it's like to win, keep going. So we feel like we're going to keep that feeling, keep the energy going, man. And I feel like for us, just like I said, just one game at a time, and have fun, be there for each other, enjoy the moment.
Your own individual side, what have you seen in the progression of John Mitchell this offseason?
From Mets, man, just seeing him dialed in, man, just from his past, he's been dealing with a lot, just seeing him, come in every day, work on himself, work on his body, the things he feel like he need to improve on, man, and then it's showing on the field. The work he's been putting in the offseason is showing. I feel like for him, man, just for everybody, just keep going head down, even for me, like just continue to improve just 1% every day, man. But him, it's impressive, man. Just seeing his work ethic, man, to see him just keep shining and progressing the way he is, man, it's amazing. So for him, the sky's the limit.
Last season you came. Oh, go ahead, Steph.
I mean, John Minchie working his way back from cancer, was a story in itself. And look, coming back from that is already hard in normal life. For you to not only go through leukemia, get 100% ready, overcome that horrible thing, it's a battle, guys, not only on the body, but mentally as well. Then he had to get ready to play NFL football. Guys, there's a reason why only 53 guys are active every single Sunday, because not everyone could do what those guys can do. So John Minchie not only had to overcome a horrible thing, but then had to get ready for training camp. I'm sorry. That's tough to do. He had some moments throughout the year. Now there is a little bit of expectations for John Minchie. However, those are hindered with Stefan Diggs being here. But if John Minchie gets 1 to 3 opportunities a game and he comes up with those, I'm going to feel a lot more confident as I go throughout the season, as I head into the playoffs, knowing I have another wide receiver out there who could go out and make some plays for me.
As a big body wide receiver, have you watched much film of Andre Johnson?
Yeah.
What are your feelings about going to Canton and playing there?
Man, Dre, that dude special. It's the reason why he's there. It's the reason why we're going to see him be in the Hall of Fame, man. That dude, he's a legend. So I watch a lot of big body receivers. Him, Julio, Larry Fitzgerald, Michael Thomas. There's a lot of guys like that I feel like that got the same body as me. I watch how they release, watch how they, they come out the breaks, things like that. Just being smooth, make everything look the same. I feel like that's what Dre did his career here, man. It's going up. Whatever ball in the air is coming his way is his. So I feel like that's the mindset. That's what I'm chasing, trying to be like him. So that dude, he deserved it for sure.
Last season, you had the extension looming in the back.
You're gonna chase anything, chase greatness, man.
Yes, sir.
How much better does it feel coming into this season knowing that has already been done?
Yeah.
And now you can just really go out and focus on football.
Man, it's a blessing, man. You know, a lot of people don't get that second chance, get that second contract, man. But for them to believe in me and put their trust in me for it to come a year early, you know, it means a lot. You know, it means they trust me. And so I feel like on my end, I just got to put the work in. You know, they put all their chips in. So I feel like for me, I just got to continue to show them, you know, continue to prove myself, and continue to have fun. I feel like just can't get comfortable. You know, it's there, but I feel like it's much more to improve on. Always more improvement on my game, you know, so I feel like I'm not there yet. You know, I feel like I'm always, you know, itching to get better, itching to find what I need for my body and just to make plays for the team, you know. So this year, man, I feel like it's going to be fun for everybody. You know, everybody just trust the process, dialed in, be relentless, man, and be there for each other. Can't nobody stop that.
It's part of the motivation also. You signed your deal, and then next thing you know, everybody else is signing deals, and they're getting more and more and more.
Yeah.
We paid Nico Collins at just the right time because, like the guy who just mentioned, so many dudes got signed after. And I like that the Houston Texans view Nico Collins as a part of their future, as a cornerstone of this franchise. When you have a season that gets you 1,297 yards, 8 touchdowns, career years, you finally get yourself a quarterback. Here's the thing, guys. Nico Collins still missed 2 games, and he left the game against the New York Jets. If he does play a full season, are we talking about 1,400 yards? We're definitely talking about 1,300 because 1,300 yards, all he needs to do is fall over and extends his hand. If we're talking about 1,400, we're talking about 1,500, we're talking about potentially a damn good wideout. What's going on, top of you? Can't wait to have you on the show pretty soon. We're going to whoop some ass. That's exactly what the Houston Texans are going to do.
To get that next contract?
Yeah, most definitely, man. I feel like it's a lot more on the table. You know, I feel like it's just a start for me. So I feel like I just got to build on it. You know, it just continue to go. You know, continue to try to prove everybody right, prove myself right. You know, and just ball out, man. I feel like that's all I got. You know, just keep being myself. For sure. Appreciate y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was day 1 of training camp for the Houston Texans. We were just getting ramped up. We'll have more for you tomorrow, some more highlights, some more interviews from players and coaches. With that being said, guys, it feels so good to be back and watching some Houston Texans football, even though it's these little 6 to 15 second clips. I can't wait to see this team out there against the Bears in the preseason. Ladies and gentlemen, for more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Feel free to follow me for more. Guys, do me a favor. Have a real blessed rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow.